The human resources function has seen major changes in recent years, mainly due to digitalization. The recruitment process has gradually been transformed. We will see how in 4 main points. First of all, the company's career site. The digital interface between recruiters and potential future employees have become an ambassador nowadays. This allows to develop the firm's strategy to attract the talent it needs, to share information about our culture, to improve the candidate experience. We can give the example of Google. Google recruits its developers with a site that looks like a blog. The site takes up the most familiar features of Google: search engine to boost jobs offers, possibility to locate jobs by using maps, to set up Google alerts for the type of job you are looking for. Then we can talk about LinkedIn. The emergence of LinkedIn has revolutionized the approach to recruitment in some sectors, and particularly in the retail sector. It allows recruiters to have free and fast access to hundreds of thousands of profiles. Searches are made easier thanks to algorithms and keywords. Similarly, candidates can apply online for company offers.
I will talk about benefits of digital recruitment. In contrast with traditional recruiting, the main advantages of e-recruitment are the simplification and optimization of applicant management and the associated saving in time and hiring costs. For employers, there are 5 benefits. The first one is time saving and better efficiency. An HR manager who spends hours browsing timesheets, files, and emails may not do more than that. The more time he loses, the less productive he is. The second one is better candidate experience. Communicating with candidates in a clear and consistent manner throughout the recruitment process reduces their frustration. The third is fewer errors. Automating the strategy allows an organization to standardize record management. Incidentally, it eliminates the risk of human error that can be so problematic. The fourth one is saving money and resources. Automation offers the organization with an ability to save its time, and therefore money, allowing the business to invest in really important things. The last one is best paid experience. Every employee has his own requirements. Some travel and must make travel requests and report on their expenses. Others contact HR regularly to update their personal and professional information. As it grows, the company will have more and more employees who will need HR help. Automated HR systems allow employees to manage all these elements themselves. Thus, they are masters of their own data. Like benefits associated with employers, employees and applicants are also provided with several benefits. For job applicants, the biggest advantage is the simplification of the application process, which can be handled directly online. He also benefits from time saving through e-recruiting.
We are going to talk about new trends in digital recruitment. Talent relationship management. Companies nowadays don't just target current employees and applicants. They look into identifying, engaging, and building new talent networks. Why we need talent relationship management? Almost 80% companies promote their own talents from within, but they don't have a proper working method, since only 40% companies have actually developed an effective system of moving their talents up the corporate ladder. They don't understand the skill gap properly. So, a new recruitment method is needed. Talent management teams are identifying talents and engaging them to understand the skill differences and their use in the company to have a more effective team of workers.
So now we are going to talk about social recruiting strategies. Why we need social recruiting strategies? Candidates have been using social media to find out more about the companies, read employee reviews to understand the companies better. But almost 60% of companies don't have a well-targeted social strategy. If what the employer is trying to sell doesn't match the reality of things, then people usually find out on social media platforms. it's not just about maintaining a good brand name, it's also about managing employees better.
Hiring more agile people. What are companies looking for when they hire new people? As life expectancy of people increase and reaches the 100-year mark, people are less likely to stay in the same company for long. So recruiters need to hire more agile, innovative, adaptive, and cooperative employees. Almost 53% recruiters think that they need to analyze the people they hire better. To build a sustainable high-performance culture of engaged, innovative, and creative people requires a shift in the emphasis beyond hard skills to learning agility. 78% of CEOs have altered their target strategies to support the employment structure and skill needs better for the future.
Smartphone and recruitments. Why people need mobile phone optimized job sites? The world now has more mobile phones than people. Smartphones are an integral part of our lives and we use them for almost all infotech work we have to do. So, why are we talking about smartphones? Most companies don't have a well-functioning mobile job tracking system in place. Candidate expectations from a mobile recruitment application are high, but most companies are either lacking or don't have a well-functioning mobile platform for recruitment. Companies have realized that, so in the next few years we are going to see a rise in mobile recruitment and job tracking application for mobile phones.
Data-based decisions. How is the new development in computing power and machine learning changing recruitment? As machine learning capabilities have increased drastically, corporations' ability to analyze data has also increased. Recruiters are analyzing huge amounts of data from social media platforms and tracking candidate activities to understand them better. Recruitment chatbots are emerging as an effective tool. These bots can look through thousands of CVs and ask candidate questions, provide them with updates and messages from recruiters. This drastically reduces the repetitive workload of recruiters, so they have time to focus more on strategic aspects of their role. How assessment validation is changing recruitment. Assessment validation makes the recruitment process more effective. These softwares are becoming smarter by using algorithms to predict candidate attributes. Therefore, they represent a good means for companies to choose the appropriate candidate. They are using virtual reality to give candidates tours of the offices and make it possible for them to experience different job roles. For example, they are using Microsoft HoloLens. Artificial intelligence is used as a means for making chatbots that ease the recruitment process, allowing for fast selections by sorting collected data. For example, L'Oreal has been using an AI called Mia.
Gamified assessments. How gamified assessments has changed recruitment. With the spread of HR process digitalization, gamified assessments are more and more common. Either they replace the traditional psychometric test solutions or they complete them in order to make the recruitment process more efficient. Hence, the behavior data gathered on candidates from gamification is much more relevant than a report over answers to predetermined questions. Moreover, the game-based assessments design is more attractive for candidates and is more realistic towards the tasks candidates will be facing in their daily jobs. They are more innovative and interactive and push the candidates to stay more focused in their tasks. To sum up, with gamified assessments, companies have more chances to find the most appropriate candidate and therefore avoid a mistake in their recruiting selection. There are some examples of gamified assessments. Generally, gamified assessments are gamified versions of psychometric tests. The candidate will have to solve the same task but in a different way. Also, some gamified solutions use standard game tactics to evaluate your abilities and competencies. This could, for example, include a task in which you need to throw rocks at glass bottles containing butterflies. For each released butterfly, you get points, but you also get penalties for smashed bottles. The trick is that bottles will randomly release butterflies or smash. Your task is to make a dynamic decision based on how many rocks you throw at each bottle, how risky your approach is, whether after a failure you still seek to gather more points, or whether you give up. A lot can be learned from candidate reactions in these types of games. Unfortunately for candidates, these solutions can be very different to each other, so you cannot learn the right skill to play it.
The last part of the digitalization process of the HR function is once the HR manager has chosen his candidate for the job. At that point, it's important to create an online internal platform or a mobile application for people to download all their personal documents and all their personal data needed for the final process of employment. The new employees will just need to upload all their documents and data on this platform, and the HR will receive everything directly on his computer. If the new employee has any question, there is a short part where he can send a message to the HR. No more need to exchange emails, it's easier and faster.
This new platform will also allow managers and HR managers to keep track of vacation and sick days in one single view. There will also be a calendar on which employees and managers will be able to see dates that are important. These new platforms will allow a full organizational control. It will give the right people access to the right information, and this when they need it most. Use roles and permissions for managers, employees, executives, and HR admins so that sensitive data is shown only to those who need it. All these sensitive data will be protected. Moreover, with the RGPD law, it is important in Europe to be careful with all these sensitive and personal data. New employees will love the ability to see high-level info about your whole team at a glance, and therefore they will be able to put names to faces, and that since day one. Thanks to these new platforms in mobile applications, employees and managers, especially HR managers, will have new capabilities. First of all, there will be a digital onboarding. There will also be digital signatures. All the documents will be available in the cloud. There will be a whole history of the salary tracking. There will also be welcome cultural emails, automatic organizational charts. There will be a common team calendar for employees and HR managers to put all the important dates in it, and customizable fields. All these tools will allow HRs to reduce their inefficiencies. They will be more efficient and therefore save a lot of time. Moreover, saving time, the HR department will be able to work on more strategic initiatives.